Hello everyone, welcome and thank you for accepting my invitation for this focus group discussion. I am Amila Bandara, work as a market analyst and researcher for Watawala tea. This focus group is conducted as I need your input on a specific topic. I want you to share your honest and open thoughts so that I can gather quality and accurate data. I would like to explain a few ground rules or guidelines. Number one, all of you are expected to participate and support is much appreciated. You all are welcome to share your point of view. Number two, I will record the session to publish it in YouTube. Number three, before we begin, I need to ask you to sign the informed consent document you have in front of you. Is it okay, Mr. Rumesh and
Yes.
Mr. Farooq?
Yes, we have gone through.
Okay. Before we start, I would like to invite the participant to introduce yourselves one by one.
I think I will go myself first. Myself is Mohammed Roshan Farooq, and I am basically from Sri Lanka, currently living in Maldives, and I work in business development and marketing sector. As a profession, my main profession is marketing. Plus, I do some entrepreneurial stuff, plus lecturing as well.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ramesh Vishwanatha. I'm a lecturer in marketing, business studies, and economics. I mainly teach for Cambridge and EdXL syllabus. So that's it, pretty much my background.
Thank you, Mr. Ramesh.
Yeah.
All right. The purpose of this study to understand consumer needs for tea and unmet need gaps relative to the benefits offered by the computer brands. First, I would like to ask, do you like to drink tea?
Myself, I am a person who drinks tea, but most of the time I add milk to the tea and drink the Sri Lankan way.
What are the tea brands are you aware of?
When I was in Sri Lanka, mostly I am it's the Laoji, sorry. Laoji, those brands.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Ramesh, what do you think about getting about general tea consumption?
My understanding as Sri Lankans, we are tea drinkers. I think for the last 150 years, we've been cultivating and drinking tea. It's become a habit. For me, I drink a lot of tea, like, I don't know, at least 5-6 tea I drink. Like, I also drink black tea a lot of without milk. So I think the consumption of tea in Sri Lanka is pretty much higher, since we also grow one of the best teas in the world.
Thank you. And Mr. Roshan, what's your opinion about tea as a beverage?
I think we are in pretty much of a continental country, so naturally our weather is a bit hot. Therefore, I think the tea consumption is limited because we are only accustomed to tea, that the black tea, which is the natural one. But I think there are many ways that you can serve tea. When you especially travel, you will identify different countries will have different traditions. So in Sri Lanka, as an experience in Sri Lanka, I would say it is not a beverage. It is rather a customary drink still in my perspective. And of course, we should be developing it as a international or national beverage brand which competes with the fizzy drinks and all. If you go to recently, I had a visit to Turkey. Then Turkey, everywhere they sell this flavored tea, and that is like the main drink. People drink less Coca-Cola and fizzy drinks, but they drink mostly this tea as a beverage. So I think tea have a demand for that, but I don't know in Sri Lankan context how far people will accept it.
Thank you. Ramesh, could you please name 3 most important things that you are looking in tea?
Well, mainly it's the tea lacquer, because lacquer. So my peco has to be larger, so I can get a lot of lacquer into it, and the smell. So basically, I love to smell the tea, from that astringent sort of the smell, and the color, of course. I think color also important for me. So basically, the lacquer, the smell, and the color. I think that would be the 3 things that I normally look for a tea.
Thank you. And Mr. Roshan, do you know anything about the BOP percentage?
I am not 100% familiar with the technical aspects of BOPF, but it is different stages of the process that the tea color change and the color changes, the leaves, the size of the leaves, and how the processing goes on. This I have idea because I visited 1 or 2 tea factories, but to technically to say what makes it different BOPF levels and all, I am not that much familiar about that.
And what's your idea about Mr. Ramesh?
BOP, yeah, okay. Basically, I have a lot of friends who are involved with the tea industry, so I have a basic idea of what is the BOP. It's broken orange peco. So basically, I know how it's being graded. Probably the BOP, because in the summertime, I think in Sri Lanka, it's a 10% is the BOP. They normally take it because 20% is the local market. I think they send 80% into the abroad. So they grade it into the different things. So what we get it is the 20% of the tea market. Currently, I believe so. And the BOP would be probably 10% of the tea, I guess.
Thank you. And Mr. Roshan, does the type of the English breakfast tea, green tea, flavored tea, like jasmine tea, matter to you?
Actually, I would like to highlight a few things about this point, because in Sri Lanka we have a very limited collection of teas. Even the flavored teas are most of the time I have seen it is used in the upper class, but it is not with the middle class families who are higher in numbers. But you will see there are many type of tea served in different part of the world. For example, if you go to Dubai, they always give chai. The tea they have made in a different taste. So, and then when you go to Oman countries, they will give you kadak, a thicker version of the tea. And then if you go to Turkey, they will, in the name of Turkish coffee, they will give you a tea which is very, very strong and black and a bit bitter. So at the same time, if you go to Indonesia, they will give a different, they also say coffee, but they will give you a specific tea. And then when you go to Thailand and all, they most of the time serve you with different flavors. So we are in Sri Lankan context, I think we are only still promoting the primitive tea or the basic tea, but if you take in other countries, they are making it a custom to use the tea. Like people before going to the bed, they try to take chamomile flavored tea so that the sleep will be easier in terms of sleep. And then English breakfast tea, whether you ask or not, with the breakfast, in every hotel they serve English breakfast tea. And then if you go to in Maldives, any shop, they call it kalusa. With food, along with the food they serve, like how they serve water or Sprite and things that they serve, they serve with water. So Maldivians, while eating in between, they will sip the tea. So like that, there is a lot of variation. And in Chennai and India, they have in India Chennai part, they have this ginger tea in a bit of a different flavor. So I think there is a variety of tea that you can expose to. Out of that, this chamomile and English breakfast tea and all, these are the few that we have actually heard. But you can, if you go to a supermarket here also, you will identify Dilma have a range of about 25-30 mint tea, peppermint tea, lemonade tea, and like that. So many flavors are there which we have not exposed to, even though they are manufactured in Sri Lanka. So I think from my point of view, still as a Sri Lankan, I don't feel much, because we daily use the same tea. But when we expose, sometimes I also feel, yeah, we need to see the different variants and the options of the tea.
Yeah, I actually have the different view about that, because in Sri Lanka, in terms of the flavor tea, we try to have it naturally added. Now, for example, we add ginger, the raw ginger, right? Not the flavor. We actually add the ginger into it. We add the slice of lime into it. And if you go to Mathura and stuff, they put cinnamon into the tea. If you go to Kandy, they put clove into the tea. I mean, I don't know. That's my personal experience, but also what we do is we get a piece of ginger and we add it to the black tea. But I agree with the Roshan, since Dilma also introduced about 30 odd flavors. I'm sure that most of the Sri Lankans are not used to pretty much, except those ginger, cinnamon, and lime. I suppose, because that's something we add. Not that we get the flavored one though, but what we do is we add those things to the black tea. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you, Mr.
I also agree. I think as Sri Lankans, we would prefer to edit then and there, or before,
Yeah,
but
right.
pre-made, pre-made this.
We are not used to it, right? I think. Yeah.
Yes, then tea bags also we are not very welcoming, isn't it?
Yes, because we are still love to have that tea gotta. The thing, I think that's the thing. Yeah, it's a
Yes,
habit.
yes.
It's a habit. Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Roshan, what do you actually think about the Watawala tea brand in comparison to the other tea brands? What do you think?
As I told, I am currently not living in Sri Lanka, but I have been there for a long time. So I think I have heard about it in Sri Lanka, but after coming here, I have never heard about the Watawala brand in Maldives. But I do hear Lipton, and we have Akbar running the market. And today there's a product called Today, which is also very good in the market. But Watawala as a brand, I have not heard here. But when I go to Sri Lanka, I hear, and I also hear that they are what do you call, the strength is a bit higher. I mean, the tea strength, blackness will be more higher.
Thank you. What's your opinion, Mr. Umesh?
About the Watawala, well, basically, I know the tagline of the Watawala saying "Ite tiyena honda makati" is the Watawala kahata. Apart from that, basically what we use is we normally buy the Dilma loose leaf BOPF. That's the one that I use regularly at home. Apart from that, I used to have Sesta, and if I'm not mistaken, Mesna also, yes, something like that. But mainly we used another thing is, since I have a few friends who are engaged in the tea market, like the Impra tea owner's son is my school friend, so I used to get Impra black tea sometimes because he runs his own organic tea brand called Jay's Tea. So sometimes I get some J's from my friend. Apart from that, I'm not a customer that would go behind Watawala and buy. Probably because for that, I would say that the Watawala has a, because okay, when I buy tea, I actually look for the packet also, because now Watawala doesn't come with the seal type packet once it opens. But Dilma and Sista and of course the Mesna has the sealer. So when you open it, you can seal and keep it for some time without putting on a content. I think, yeah, probably that also effect, yeah.
That's because Watawala mainly focus on the middle income market. Sista and Dilma is focused on the premium market. That's
But
the
if you
difference.
look at it, if I'm not mistaken, there's no much of a price difference.
Yeah, slight difference is there.
The small difference, but the STP has to be. I'm sure they were actually, because I probably think that Dilma is anyway from the inception. Their STP was the higher income level, but still it's very affordable, because I'm sure you may not be able to sell teas in a normal retailer if you have a premium pricing, because now if you take the premium pricing tea also have their own branding kiosks and everything anywhere you go, like in supermarkets, or either if you go to the shopping malls and such. But when you keep your brand in the shelf of a supermarket with the other tea, I'm sure they all have sort of a like competitive tea, competitive price strategy. I believe so. Like, yeah, probably it has about 10 rupee or 20 rupee differences between the Dilma and whatever I think. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, slight difference is there.
I also believe that you can't grade whatever is for middle class and this one in terms of how they have present and how they have been promoted in the retail shop. As Ramesh said, in the supermarket, when it is together, it's a choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
To choose. So
because what I believe is, now if you wanted to go for the premium, I believe the tea being branded in premium is the packaging, not the tea. Because now, good example, I know the plantation manager at the Watawala, not Watawala, Watawala plantation, right? So they actually give their entire this thing to the tea auction, and he said that the Akbar buys their tea, Ahmed people buy their tea. So, but when you check, their packaging is the premium. What is content is probably from the Nuerelia plantations, from Kotakala plantation, or the low grown like the Matugama area plantation, or in the middle Badulla or Uva province plantations. So it's all about the grading and the tea, the same thing, because I'm sure that the tea is coming, it's a primary sector production. So unlike you are into organic farming or a vertical farming, because I'm sure the vertical farming require a lot of what do you call the soil treatment and stuff to keep. I'm not familiar with those terms, but yeah, so something, because I heard that way from my friends in the tea industry. And apart from that, I think it's all about the how they target and how they position their brand.
Yeah, according to their website, they says that they are selling Sesta as a premium brand.
Yeah, but if you looked at the price, though it's maybe premium.
No, not premium price. They have marked in the packet.
Yes, that's right. So they probably use the premium as a marketing gimmick. They just use it. They have the premium quality. If you look, I'm sure they have a quality somewhere. So they use the premium as a quality.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to another question. Mr. Roshan, when do you drink tea? Do you think if it can introduce a tea product to drink at any time of the day?
I am accustomed to drink tea in the morning as the first drink, and then I will have around between 3 to 4 p.m. once, and before going to bed once. So 3 times I usually consume tea. But when I was in other countries, I used to drink much more than that, because when I was in Oman, minimum 5-6 times we will drink kadak, because maybe it's with the weather or because of the taste, and then maybe the quantity also very small when they give, so we drink more often. So it became a lifestyle when it was there, but when it came here, Maldives is very similar to Sri Lanka, so maximum 3 times we have it. And I do have it with milk only.
Okay.
Plain
Thank you,
tea, yeah, gastric issue.
And Mr. Umesh,
For me, actually, there's no time now. If you just now, if you offer me a tea, I'm up for that. I'm a biggest tea drinker any time in the day. Like, I'll start my day with the tea, and I'll go to sleep before go to sleep. I normally have a tea. So anytime, any day, anywhere, I don't mind. If you offer me, I will drink. I never say no to the tea. But especially black tea, I'm hardly I'll take the tea with milk. In the morning, of course, I will, but then I would love to have the black tea.
thank you. Ms. Roshan, in many countries, mixed tea and flavored tea are available. Do you think that we have to approach those markets?
If Watawala is targeting, I think new customer segments, I think they definitely will have to look into this, because in Sri Lanka, I think it's a market that is already saturated, and people who are already drinking tea, they are drinking. But I see the new youth is slightly away from tea, and they are more into these fizzy drinks and other fast drink options. So I think if Watawala to create a market, or Watawala to look into these options, you can, because as I said, like in Turkey, they have the this one. You won't find much difference between Coca-Cola or the tea, because they have mixed it in a way that it is very soothing. And then you can drink it in the hot weather. There are brands that you can drink in the hot weather also, and cold weather. For example, with the lunchtime, when you have a tea, you will sweat more if it is an average person, isn't it? If you are not working under air conditioned circumstances. But if you can have a cold tea or ice brewed tea, ice lemon tea, these kind of things are always there, and always they have many places they have in the jar, they have already put tea, they have put ice, and they have put lemon, and also anytime you can fill it into a cup and drink. So these kind of options, Watawala definitely have to look if they want to promote. I think all the companies in Sri Lanka have tried for the same market, but now it's high time we need to identify our tea, because if we are the number one tea manufacturer in terms of quality, I think we should ourselves accept it, isn't it? Like how we have accepted the local Arak Galbotele, right? We have to get accustomed to our tea, the premium brand, because our tea is consumed by the Queen as well. So if it can go to that level, I think Sri Lankans also have to think about how different patterns, timing, what they do, right? And always we all try to manufacture tea to send abroad, right? Rather than we as a Watawala brand focused on the local market. I think it's better they introduce. They have tea tasting sessions, some free sampling sessions, so people might be willing to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My last question to Mr. Umesh. In your opinion, do the organic tea, herbal tea, green tea have any importance?
Green tea, of course, that people drink in certain things. Even I also used to drink. I mean, I also don't take, because for some reason I believe that when I had a lot of oily food, drinking green teas somewhat helped me to reduce my tummy. I mean, it's a myth, but I choose to believe. About the herbal tea, this is the time, because of the corona, we drink anything comes with the corona or the koptamalli. We are willing to. I'm sure that I think I have seen some sample products from, I'm not sure whether it's from Watawala, some herbal tea mixed with, is that Watawala? I have seen some free samples somewhere. I'm not sure, but uh, uh, Sri Lankans is Kottamalli is not that something very strange, because since I was a child, my grandma used to give me every time I had a cold, or if I make a hatching out of it, then the next thing is I'll get a Kottamalli. So Kottamalli and the Sri Lankans have very close relationship. And with the herbal tea, of course, I think with the corona, it probably will be a vacuum in the market that they could market it up. And green tea is been here in Sri Lanka for a very long time. I'm sure that if you go to the supermarket shelf, you will see the green tea from each and every brand that you've known for the tea also have this green tea. So it will be a challenge because it's a free market, and it's the trusted market that the Watawala has to fight with their green tea. That's what I believe. But the herbal tea, I'm sure that a lot of people in these days, due to the corona, they are willing to take any herbal that they can get it with hot water, I believe. Because personally, my belief is limited to the people that I associate daily basis. Just to tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That concludes our focus group discussion. Again, thank you so much for being present today among your busy and tight schedules. As a sample token of your appreciation, we will send you a pack of immunity tea. Please humbly accept those.
Thank you.
Once
Thank you.
again, I really appreciate you for sharing your thoughts and values inside on behalf of Watawala Tea. Thank you and stay safe.
Thank you, Amila. Thank you for the opportunity. Yes.